Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about discontinued products that I wish would come back. Now if you are new to my channel, then I'd just like to take a quick moment to ask you to please subscribe to my channel and turn the notification bell on so you can see when I post new beauty related videos. Now I don't know about you, but one of the most frustrating things in life for me is when a brand goes and discontinues something that you really love. Like, it's just so annoying when a product works really well. It's like, why did you discontinue this? Like, it was amazing. Like, did it not sell well, or like what? I don't get it. So the first product I've got to talk about is a product from Kiko, and this is the City Filter sunscreen, and it's an SPF 50 primer. Let me just talk about Kiko for a second here. I love them, but they are so annoying because basically Kiko always does like collections for like a couple of months, or I don't know, maybe half a year, and then that's it, it's gone. Like, if you don't buy it, it's gone. But then it's so annoying because you find stuff that you really like a lot of their makeup is really good, and then you can never buy it again when you run out of it. So it's like, what was the point in that? Like, it really annoys me. I almost, it deters me from shopping there because I know if I like something, they'll discontinue it. So yeah, basically this one, it's a primer, but it's also a sunscreen. And it's a really high sunscreen, SPF 50. Now, it's really hard to find a primer and sunscreen in one with such a high SPF as this. Yeah, I don't know why they discontinued this. Like, it was amazing. One, it smells amazing. It does smell like sunscreen, which a lot of people are like, it smells like sunscreen. But like, I love that smell. Like, it smells really fresh and like holidays. And it's, if I squirt a bit out on my hand, it's like a yellow sort of colour, and you blend it in, and you can see on my hand, like, it adds this really nice like sheen to your hand, and like when that's on your face, like, you just look so glowy and beautiful. Yeah, and I like to wear a high SPF because I am very fair skinned. I pretty much wear like kind of a moisturiser with an SPF every day, and then in the summer months when it's actually sunny, I wear like a proper like sunscreen under my makeup. But like, it's kind of hard to find an SPF that sits well under foundation, because they're not all designed for that. Like, most sunscreens in the shops are just designed to wear sunscreen, like not to put makeup on the top. But yeah, this was such a nice one for putting under makeup, and I'm almost out of it, so I'm really sad about it. And yeah, it is a primer as well, so I feel like, because it's kind of like tacky, I feel like it really sort of gripped my makeup on, and it did help with the longevity of my foundation as well. So like, please Kiko, bring this back. Like, I love it. Now the next product I've got to talk about is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Base Pure Light Primer, which is another primer, but this one is not an SPF, it's like a glowy primer. It comes in this tube. I think this was only recently discontinued, like in the last month or two. Yeah, I'll put it on my back of my other hand. It's like this really nice, it's quite liquidy, and it's like this really pale, pearly, sheeny, just, oh, it's good. I love it. I think part of why I love it so much is because it's a great one for very fair skin, like I have. And it looks really nice under your foundation. If you wear a full coverage foundation, then there's no point in putting a glowy primer underneath, you're not going to see it. This looks best under sort of a lightweight foundation / a medium coverage foundation, so then you can actually see the glow coming through your foundation. And because it's in this handy sort of pump packaging, I really like that about it as well, because it's handy. You can also, as well as using it under foundation, you can mix it in with foundations to make it like more glowy. They do a very similar one now. They've kind of replaced it. I think they've got like 4 different ones that's in this similar packaging, but I think it's like black packaging. They do an illuminating one, but I swatched it in store and it seems like it's the same sort of formula and consistency, but it's more of like a pinky tone and a bit darker. I just wish they didn't discontinue this shade because, like I said, it's so nice, especially for pale skin. Like, I feel like if you was tanned as well, you could still kind of get away with this, because it doesn't add coverage per se. But I think this is in my project pan, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to be sad when I actually finish this because I can't buy it anymore. Now the next, well, 2 products, it's also from L'Oreal, and this is their cushions. The first one is their cushion foundation. This is the L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion Foundation. I've got it in the shade 01. I also have the shade 03, which is darker, which I bought as a backup. Basically, this is such a lovely cushion foundation. It just sort of opens, and then yeah, you get the product in there, and as a cushion foundation you dip it in and pat it on with this, or you can use a beauty blender or a brush, but I tend to just use what it comes with. Now this is just so nice. I love this mostly for like holidays and summer, because I think, does it have SPF in it? Yeah, it has SPF 29, which is quite good. But it's just lovely. It's super light coverage, almost I'd say sheer to light coverage, and it's super glowy. Like if you've got dry skin or like mature skin, like this just looks amazing, and it looks like your skin but better. It makes you literally look like a supermodel. Like you don't look like you're wearing makeup with this, which is why I love it for certain occasions when I don't want to look like I'm wearing makeup. The shade 01, it's a little tiny bit dark for me. It only kind of works when I'm sort of a little bit naturally tanned or the remnants of fake tan. And then like I said, I got a darker shade for when I am fake tanned. But yeah, I really wish they didn't discontinue this. Like this is so amazing. Like I would put this up there with one of my favourite foundations, not even just cushion foundations, like one of my favourite foundations, especially in the sheer category, sheer to light coverage category. I'm going to hazard a guess to why they discontinued this, and that's because in the UK they priced it at £14.99. Bearing in mind this is a drugstore foundation, like that's an insane amount of money for a drugstore foundation. And also you only get 14.6 grams. So I'm not sure how much that equates to in millilitres, but I would hazard a guess that in this there's less than half of what you would get in like a tube of foundation or a bottle of foundation. So like for what you were paying, this was crazy expensive, like for the amount you get in it. The good thing about this is I think this is my second one that I've gone through. Since they discontinued it, you can still get it on Amazon, but I'm guessing it's old stock, and it's a lot cheaper than it was. So that's a good thing now. I'm kind of like hoarding them because I love them. L'Oreal, this would have done so well if you just made the pricing more affordable. Like, why did you make it that expensive? That's why it's failed. Marketing tip for you, I'm a marketing student. And then secondly, it's a very similar product in the same packaging. This is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Cushion de Soleil Bronzer. Same sort of concept, but instead of a foundation, it's a bronzer. This is the shade there. This is such a nice one because it's so sheer. Although that looks a bit dark and orangey for my skin, it looks amazing because it's so sheer when you blend it out. And even if you've got a bit of a tan as well, it looks good. I feel like it'll look good on fair to maybe light tan skin. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. I can't remember if this was £14.99 as well, but it was quite expensive for the amount of products you get. And because of that, like you go through the foundations and this, not so much the bronzer, foundations, I just went through it so quickly because there's hardly any product in it. L'Oreal, you should have made it cheaper and you should have put more product in them. That's what you should have done. And please bring them back. So the final product I've got to talk about that I'm really annoyed that they discontinued is this Stila In The Light eyeshadow palette. Now going back, I think this is like the first eyeshadow palette that I ever bought. I bought this in my first year of university, sort of shortly after freshers, because I really wanted like, I had a few like single like quads of eyeshadow and stuff, but I wanted like a nice palette of eyeshadow. So yeah, I've had this about 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. My mirror's really like beaten up and cracked, but if you look at the shades in here, this is the shade, oh no, sorry, this one up here is the shade Kitten, which is one of their very popular shades. It's like a champagne-y gold, and it's just lovely. It's also got a darker gold called Bubbly. Like it's just got everything. It's got like a nice creamy colour that you can put all over the lid or highlight the brow bone. It is matte. And then there's like some deeper shades up here that you can put in to deepen up. And then there's like a nice transition brown there. This really nice coppery shimmer colour. This is a really nice blue. I don't really wear blues, but yeah, there is some blue greys in there as well. And you also get this like brown sort of smudgy eyeliner pencil in there as well, like a retractable pencil. All in all, the quality of these shadows is just amazing, especially the let me swatch Kitten. Like, look at that, it's so nice. Like, these are the shades, like they're so like metallic, and like when you swatch them, they're just so buttery, they almost feel like creams. So I especially love like the shimmery shades in here. But yeah, the mattes are also pretty decent as well. Like I said, there's like a nice light cream colour and like a transition and some deeper shades to deepen up as well. So all in all, I just think this was a great palette. The only thing I didn't like about it is the packaging, because it is that like cardboard packaging. It kind of gets grubby and like a bit battered, and my mirror broke. So I feel like Stila don't make these palettes anymore. They used to have 4 different ones, like in different colours. Like this one's in the light. They had different ones like, I think, in the garden, or like things like that. Stila still do eyeshadow palettes, but I think they're like, are they £9 ones, or I'm not sure, but they're in like more of a square packaging, and it's kind of like a, is it a tin or plastic? I'm not sure, but it's definitely not cardboard anymore. I kind of do like the new packaging more, but I wish they would bring back this palette like with these shades in it, because this is just such an amazing palette. They still, like, Kitten is their most famous shade, that this like champagne gold here, and they still put that shade in a lot of their palettes, but I would like this whole palette to be made into a new palette, if that makes sense. Back in the day, this was like really raved about on YouTube as well. Like I'm talking 2012 to early 2014, this was like really raved about. Shows how long I've been watching YouTube. I think I've heard even recently, like maybe like last year, I think I was watching Hannah Renee's channel. She also said that she really loved this palette and she still has it, but she doesn't like to show it on camera because obviously it is really old. Like, I mean, mine's like 4.5 years old, so I imagine hers is very old as well, but like it still works fine. Like, it's a really great palette. But that just about wraps up this video of me talking about discontinued products that I wish they'd never discontinued and would bring back. If you're also mad that they discontinued any of these products, then please comment down below. Or if there's any products that you love and use and that have been discontinued, then please leave them in the comments down below, because I'd love to see what you're annoyed about just being discontinued. So once again, if you haven't already, then please click that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you can stay up to date with my videos. So thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.